Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by REC Comics and Collectibles. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me, as always,
Erik. Icarus.
Eric. You can check us out sometimes on Instagram at REC Podcast. You can follow myself at Roman REC Podcast. That's about it.
That's about all you can do.
About all you can do. Yeah, you can slide into Eric's DMs if you'd like.
Hey,
if you'd like.
If you'd like.
But you have to find him first.
You gotta find me first, and then you can slide.
How you doing today, brother?
I'm good.
Good.
How
You're
are
looking
you,
succulent, man. You looking
Do
good.
I really?
Yeah, you're looking good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're looking good. You got some of the facial hair back. You were
a little bit, yeah.
You were a little
right?
light. You were a little light in the facial hair.
Yeah.
last
Was
show.
it weird?
You know, I get used to things.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I get used to things. So when you change, it gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Gives me rage. So if you could just
Nobody liked it.
Run
I
everything
didn't
by
either,
me.
to be honest. I was
You
like,
know,
oh man.
it's just you look so young
Mhm.
for being a soft 34.
Sure.
Yeah, you look so young, and it's just distinguishes you up a little bit.
What, the beard?
Yeah. It makes me wonder, like, can this guy scrap? Other guy can't scrap at all. Yeah. Clean shaven hair can't scrap at all. This guy, I'm gonna,
maybe not
I'm
mess
gonna
with
mind my
me.
P's and Q's a little
Maybe
bit.
not bump
Yeah, just a
shoulders.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
This guy steals your girl. That guy gets his girl stolen by this guy. All right.
I love it, dude.
Dude. We've had some things wrap up this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't decided which order we're going to do, but
Sure.
we're just going to go ahead and get into the season and possibly series finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
The most okay show on
The
television.
most okay show on television. And I gotta say, it's not just okay. It's a little bit more than okay, but it's just all right.
I was right all along, kids.
Well, it started really strong for me. It
Mhm.
really did start strong for
Sure.
me. And then as the action started to get a little bit better,
Mhm.
the story started to get a little loose.
Sure.
And there was a little bit of fat on the bone where it's like we wanted, even though we got 9 episodes, we wanted more of WandaVision.
Yeah.
It always left us wanting more.
Definitely.
Except for those first 2 episodes.
Sure.
Now, all of this I thought was better than those first 2 episodes, but of WandaVision. But it just, the last couple with the action and the more comic book accurate stuff, the story started to kind of get a little weak.
Sure.
Get a little weak. I enjoyed it. But it's
just yeah, I mean, we'll be talking spoilers here, kids, too, just in
Mhm.
case. I mean, obviously.
yeah, because it opens up right off the bat. With a spoiler, we get the new Captain America.
Yeah.
We get Falcon as in the new suit.
Yep.
Which looks awesome in
It's
my
pretty cool.
opinion.
Pretty cool.
Tell me if you agree or not. Wanda's suit,
Mhm.
the Scarlet Witch,
Yeah.
and Falcon's Captain America costume. Those have got to be the 2 best comic book accurate costumes in all of the MCU right now.
Yeah, right, yes,
Right
absolutely.
now?
Big
Yeah.
time. Boom. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, it was cool to see it. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
it was right there,
Yeah.
Dug it.
Yeah, it looked good. And I mean, again, this probably the most comic book accurate costume that
Yeah, it
they've
was
done.
straight from the pages of...
With the exception of Iron Man, that one's easy. But in terms of from the pages of Captain America 25 when he gets introduced in volume 4 or 5, I don't remember which volume, but on the cover he's got it's like blacked out and it's like, who's the next Captain America? And it's the worst kept secret in comics at the time. We all knew. And in that story, that leading up to that, Steve Rogers actually gets kind of basically cured of the super soldier serum, so he ages.
Yes.
So he's in his 80s or whatever it is, still sharp, and he's going to kind of be behind the scenes, like helping, kind of in the ear of the Avengers, but he can't be out in the field. He chooses Sam, and so we do have an old Captain America.
Sure.
We do have Sam as Captain America now, so it would be interesting if they kind of could play on that.
Right.
What did you think of his reveal?
Ooh, Falcon?
Falcon
Or
as Captain America.
Cap, rather?
Yeah, Cap.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It was, man, I think we all saw it coming, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
There was a point where I thought they might not.
really?
They might just, let the shield be put away.
Right.
But I'm glad that
it's
they
a
did
symbol.
it. Yeah, it is.
I
was wrong.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
The reveal was good. Costume was great.
Yeah.
To be honest, I will say this was my favorite episode.
It was.
It was.
See, it was not my favorite episode
Really?
of
Okay.
the run. Yeah. I thought, man, it's a good thing bad guys like to use helicopters.
Well, one in particular.
Or else,
Bad truck.
Yeah, Sam Cap, Uncle Sam, as it may be, he would not be as it's not as flashy when you can't do anything in the air.
That's a good point.
So we do have some interesting. We're gonna have a lot of in situations where Steve Rogers would never have to be in the sky. Everything that Falcon does is going to be in the air,
Yep.
So we'll see. I'm envisioning some more helicarrier nonsense, which I'm all for. I liked his reveal, his introduction. The action was really good. Him fighting Carly was fun.
It was cool.
And it was cool because it's like, not fighting her, I guess, just defending himself against her when the wings go into the ground to kind of like prop him up. Oh, it's awesome. And how she won't fight him. It was very much which I didn't think we earned it, but it was very much when Bucky and Cap are fighting on the Triskelion and he won't fight Bucky.
Right.
It was very much his I'm with you the end of the line moment. Or I thought it would have been really nice if she was like, fight back, and he said something to the effect of, I could do this all day.
Right, which we kind of wanted.
That would have been nice. Maybe a little hokey, but I need a little hokey.
We do with Cap.
I want some sentiment, I
love
the
sentiment. Yeah. And maybe not say, I could do this all day, but maybe Sam Wilson it up.
Yeah.
I can do this all night.
I thought that his end kind of monologue was way too long and way too preachy. There was a lot of...
What are you talking about the black man wearing the stars and stripes thing?
But no, like with the senators and everything at the end after he brings Carly out. And it was just like one of those things where he asked them a bunch of questions. He's like, well, what are you going to do about this? Well, what are you going to do about that? And it went on so long that it not only lost its meaning for me, it became comical. So I think that they really took
I'm with you on that.
I think they really wasted something with me. Now, I have seen many people online that they thought it resonated very strongly.
Sure.
I am not in that group. I thought it was overdone. It didn't feel... I will say it did feel like the Sam Wilson that we know, because it did feel like he was talking to, the PTSD soldiers, doing the group therapy.
Yeah.
It felt like that, but it felt like that. And, and for me, it just didn't work. It just wasn't as strong as a lot of the show had been.
Sure. I'm ready to do it right in the middle. I did enjoy that part, but it did get a little, it got heavy in not the right ways.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I do enjoy when a little realism creeps in, but I think it did get to the point where like, okay, man, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's get back to punching things. Maybe if you punch the senators.
Just
do it for all of us, Sam.
We did get the confirmation that Sharon is the power broker.
Which I didn't know.
We didn't know, but it was interesting to hear her and Carly talk, and Carly mentioned like, hey, you're bitter and you're angry at the government that turned its back on you. So, because we didn't get that feeling per se, because she was like, oh, I want the pardon. Like, we didn't get that feeling. So now we know, okay, Dark Sharon, there's going to be some stuff going on there.
I think she's going to head up the Dark Avengers.
That'd be interesting. Dark Avengers, or she'll be in the Thunderbolts.
Either or.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where her storyline is going to go, but it's interesting.
Yes.
Having her kind of get on the phone at the end, spoilers, that we don't need to worry about super soldiers. We have access to government weapons and all of this stuff. So it's going to be very, very interesting. I guess you would say Zemo's revenge.
I like it.
Seeing him in the raft.
Yes.
Hearing on the news that basically the remaining super soldiers were blown up in a car explosion by basically his Alfred.
Yes.
Which I really liked. There were some people online who were giving it crap. It's like, no, it's cool because you see Zemo, even though he's in the raft, still is making moves.
Strings. Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm good with it.
It would have been interesting for them to bring in a different character. Somebody... I like that it's the old guy, but it would have, if we're going to start setting up this Thunderbolt or Dark Avengers thing,
who,
if it was Batroc or if it was somebody else,
that would have made more sense.
Something, because then it could be a little ambiguous, like, oh, was Zemo also working with Sharon?
Right.
It could have been It could have been something else, but I did enjoy it.
Yes.
I did enjoy it. I would have also liked to have seen, kind of a camera pull out of the raft, and maybe we see Blonsky.
Yeah, let's say,
something to give us.
Scott Lang is still in there.
Yeah, right.
He's back in there.
Yeah, like, oh crap.
Rhodey's in there.
Yeah, like, when does this take place? What are you guys doing? Or Cage.
See,
had Michael Coulter been in there,
see,
that'd have been interesting. But it was cool to see the raft. It would be nice to see if we're gonna get some more of the Thunderbolts formation. This was a thing that I had a big problem with in the episode, and it was U.S. Agent's kind of redemption.
That was the part I liked,
dude. It didn't. Again, there was a lot of stuff in here that just didn't feel earned at all.
I will agree with that. But
okay.
that was. I think we did kind of earn it because I think it was him I know it did seem kind of out of left field.
Yeah.
But through and through, he's a hero. He's going to do the right thing.
I just didn't
he
feel
did
like
the right thing.
Yes, it was great to see him do the thing with the save the truck with the senators in it.
Yeah.
That was great. And we did need that. But it just everything felt like such drastic left turns. Every time we saw John Walker, he was a different person than he was in the episode before.
That's true.
I don't like that.
Right.
It's not interesting to me. It feels lazy. It feels, it would have been nice,
He just kind of served the purpose. Like, what do we need John to act like in this episode?
Yeah.
I get you.
And I'm going to say something weird, and tell me if this is just me. I was kind of getting the feeling that his wife wasn't there the entire time. That chick that was there, like, that might have been in his head.
That does kind of make sense.
Now, she was, I guess, because she gets acknowledged by other people. But felt like there was a long point in the show where, like, she was not being acknowledged.
Right.
And I was like, is this going to be some type of weird thing? And then, I don't know.
Maybe it was supposed to be.
Maybe. I don't know. If any of you saw that too.
Maybe that makes sense, because maybe that's why the editing's so choppy.
Yeah.
John Walker's character is all over the place. Maybe they did have like a delusional PTSD John Walker, and this is too heavy.
Yeah.
We gotta chop this up, reshoot some stuff.
Yeah. It would have been interesting. It would have been interesting. But I did not like the entire time how it felt like John Walker was a different character each time. Now, to Wyatt Russell's he was great as each. I could have been involved in a show with each one of those versions.
Yeah.
I was into his portrayal. There were times where he sounded just like his dad. It was so eerie. It was so eerie. But his kind of redemption seemed too quick.
Sure.
Just again, not earned.
You're right.
It would have been nice to see him do something, but then him still get taken away at least.
Right.
Because it just felt like everybody was like, "Oh,
yeah," he just walks away.
Yeah, take it easy, John.
He's like,
remember when you murdered this guy in the street? You're good. You murdered this guy who did not kill.
It's the American way.
I know, it's rough. Let's see. I did I liked him saving the bus. I liked how his shield lasts like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it
gets all mangled. Like, come on now.
Let's finish this.
Looks like the Contessa is going to be with us for a while. Julie Louis-Dreyfus, which I was seeing that basically she said for her scenes she was literally being brought in a cloak. She posted a video this week of her being covered and then being brought in. That's how secretive they were being.
Oh my God. I believe it.
So, and she seems like she's down for the cause and that she's going to be around for quite some time.
Good, I like her.
So I'm down. She's going to kind of be this maybe anti Nick Fury, kind of Amanda Waller-esque character.
There we go.
Which I'm all here for. I'm all here for. Isaiah Bradley.
Yes, the other one.
I liked seeing
the other arc. I liked.
I'd liked seeing him kind of accept Sam as Captain America, accept that things can change, and Sam acknowledging that there's a lot of work to do.
Right. That's what I like.
I'm just not going to be here with the shield. I have to do better.
Yes.
So I'm going to. I'm here for that. I liked seeing more Elijah Bradley. The very sweet moment where Sam makes it that Isaiah's at the Captain America Hall of Fame.
Yes.
It's awesome.
It's good.
It's just there's a lot
It's sort of like when they got Gary Sharon to show up for the Van Halen Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing. Because Isaiah Bradley is the Gary Sharon.
He's
not.
Eric is really doing his did you meet Gary Sharon recently? Did you like Eric took a picture with Gary Sharon somewhere, and he's like, "Man, nobody's gonna know who this is. I really gotta start putting in these Gary Sharon things."
Picture up.
Yeah. I really gotta start getting these Gary Sharon things out there. You guys gotta remember, it wasn't in excess. It was extreme. And then in Van Halen the third or whatever.
Well, now, I mean, unfortunately, Eddie's no longer with us.
Yeah.
So, you know. I believe they would replace him though.
Yes, yeah. Given the opportunity.
Yeah,
because Eddie's son can.
He plays the bass because they got rid of the original bass player.
Okay, I thought
so. It was Alex Van Halen on drums, and then Eddie on guitar, and then they had Wolfgang on bass, and then just whoever they thought on singing, on the vocals.
Yeah, like Gary Sharon
and. Or Sammy, or my boy Gary Sharon.
God, I can't wait to see this picture that you've been that you're holding on to. Yeah, Gary Sharon, can you guys believe it?
He was washing my windows up in Denver. Just came out from under the bridge, and oh my God, he's kind of he wasn't very good at it.
Yeah, no, but he hummed a jaunty melody, a nice melody while he did it.
Anywho, back to Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah, I liked it. I kind of. It was a sweet moment, but again, there's no build to it. It's like, oh, hey, it feels like it's the next day and I got all this Cap stuff done for you.
You know what? I feel like the reason these moments, like the reason I liked the episode so much was because we did get a lot of arcs finished. But like you said, they weren't earned. I feel like I've been filling in a lot of the story myself.
Yes.
And that's why it's like, oh, this was really cool. Yeah. But then now you saying this, I'm like, yeah, they really didn't. Yeah. They rushed all of this.
They left a lot of fat on things that didn't matter because I'm sorry, that boat thing didn't pan out for
and
me
the flag smashers.
Who cares about the flag smashers? I don't. Yeah, there was a lot with it. It felt like every storyline was like, and then cut.
Yeah, I really think there's another version of this somewhere.
Yeah, release the Spielman cut. He's the head writer. So it didn't finish strong. Nope. And as I was putting my notes together, and I didn't realize it till just now, I didn't have a single note about Bucky's story wrapping up because it didn't seem to matter.
It didn't matter at all.
Bucky really fell off hard on this one.
I mean, he apologized to the
Asian guy, which I did like.
Which was cool. That one that oddly is the one that felt earned, but we didn't care about.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Just now. So I did like that actually. I did like Bucky's.
Arc got finished out.
Yes, I do like that Bucky and Sam, their relationship seems to be in a really solid place. Yeah. All of the things that I didn't like about that boat scene, we do see them. I did like how they were, having their cookout there.
Sure.
It was, palling around. I saw this on the internet and I have not corroborated myself, but somebody said that Sam is on everybody's left. In all of the things. I was like, that's kind of... Yeah, awesome. I don't know if that was intentional, but it feels intentional. It feels intentional. So, as a whole, honestly, I'd say there's a lot of layers to the show, but I would say that it's kind of in that C+, B- range for me. Definitely. Like, I did enjoy it. I think that everybody did an excellent job.
Did what they could.
And I'm here for more. Right. Do more. I'm down for more. But it's its own fault for not coming out first. I think if it came out first, it would have set the bar, and then we'd be talking about WandaVision right now, being like, "What? Like how this?"
Or it could have made it worse. Like, wow, WandaVision's really good.
Yeah,
that really sucked.
Yeah,
because I mean, I liked pieces of it.
Yeah,
I love how they brought Batroc back. Mm-hmm. I mean, I bring all these old callbacks. I enjoyed bringing my my homeboy John Walker and U.S. Agent in. Getting Carter back was great, but I feel like they just left things out. I think there's things left out.
Yeah,
I don't feel fulfilled. Yeah, from this story at all. I feel like kind of not necessarily even wanting more though. I feel like I just had like some cotton candy.
I want more of
that sweet, but I didn't fill up on it.
I want more of the characters, but if they said, "Oh, we're not going to do," right there are no plans to do a season 2, and I'm okay with that. But if they said, "Oh, we're going to do a season 2," I'd be okay with that too.
I'd be okay.
Yeah, because I like the characters.
Sure, me too.
Yeah,
I just maybe another writer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna get them back in a movie. I'm assuming.
Well, that was announced shortly after,
nice
that same weekend, that Captain America 4 is in the works with, unfortunately for you, the same writer.
No Spangler. What's his name?
It was like, I think Malcolm Spellman, I believe is his name, and there's no director.
Well, that works because apparently the show didn't have a director.
Yeah, it was a little choppy for our taste. And then a co-writer, and I'm sorry I'm pronouncing this. It looked like Dallin Musan. I'm not familiar with his work off the top of my head, but that was announced. And funny enough, Anthony Mackie was at like a Whole Foods or something, and the cash guy or the register guy was like, "Is this real?" and held up his phone. It was like Captain America 4 announced. And he goes, "I'm just hearing about this now. I don't know anything about it."
Oh crap!
So, and then later on in the interview, he says, what Marvel does is say, "Hey, we're gonna fly you out. We have to talk about some things." So basically, they greenlit the movie without even like talking to Anthony Mackie. At least that's what it sounds like. But that's awesome. Hopefully with an hour and a half, 2 hours of one story that they'll be able to do that, because it did feel like so much of Falcon and Winter Soldier was filler, and when the WandaVision was out, it wasn't filler, it was story setup.
Yes.
So that's the big distance there.
Yes.
But yeah, Captain America 4. I'm very interested. I hope we get Chris Evans back in an older.
Just maybe a quick cameo.
Yeah, just being on the moon. Just being on the moon.
That's fine with me. Because I don't want him to be
Captain
too
America
much in
again.
it. I want this to be Sam's story.
Yeah.
Whether we bring Bucky back into it, which I think we kind of have to at this point.
I think so. I think that we should just attach those characters.
Right.
Like, their chemistry's great.
Yes.
They seem, and even off camera, they seem to really enjoy each other.
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie, there's this whole montage of him being super inappropriate with Sebastian Stan at like Disney and everything, and Sebastian's like, "Hey man, we're at Disney, bro. Chill out, okay?" So it seems like they have a really good back and forth. So
yeah.
I would love to keep that chemistry going. But I want Sebastian Stan to get some more love. Because when he signed on to do this, he had basically been Captain America at that point. So it was like, "Oh, you're going to be Captain America at one point." And now we've gone past that.
Right.
And there is a chance that we can get him to be.
Sure. But wouldn't it seem very anticlimactic at this point?
It would seem.
Or redundant, rather.
Yes, redundant. All of the above. All of the above.
So do you think there was a point that, like, okay, yeah,
you're going to be Cap.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you think the change happened? Do you think it's the social climate we're in, and maybe Disney / Marvel's trying to appease the audience?
I think it's a social climate.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a social climate, and Sebastian Stan's so good that, like, we don't need him to be Captain America.
Right.
Whereas you're not getting a Falcon movie.
No.
You're not going to get a Falcon
I'd watch a Winter Soldier movie, though.
Exactly.
That's a good point, man.
So,
that's a very good point.
There's just there's more meat on the bone for Bucky to not be, like, restrained by the
Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to cut back to the show, I'm sorry, I don't know why I just kind of blanked it out, but I did like that he reconciled the lists that he had.
Yes.
All the names are crossed off to, like, at least the attempts at making amends, which it felt like that could have been a whole show of him doing the list. But it's I'm down for
You're down for Cap 4.
I'm down for Cap 4.
Who's the villain? Who's the villain here?
Dude, I have no idea.
Because you already killed Crossbones.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Yeah, maybe we get Sin. Maybe we get Red Skull's daughter. Or maybe we get the Red Skull back in some fashion. Or maybe the end of Captain America 4 is the Red Skull coming back.
Right.
So to something to that extent. Like, can the new Captain America handle the old Captain America's villains?
Right.
There's something to be said about that.
I mean, because I think they've already killed off most of Cap's villains.
They've killed off
Baron von Strucker.
Yeah.
Zemo's in jail.
Dude, I'm so bummed that they got rid of Strucker before they had a chance to do
that guy was
awesome.
perfect.
Like, that's such a crime in the
that
MCU.
One was
that Strucker dies off screen.
Yep.
At the hands of Ultron.
Yes.
Gross. Such a cool character. Such a great actor.
Yeah, that guy was perfect.
Yeah. It's like, I get why you would kill Alexander Pierce in Winter Soldier, because Robert Redford ain't trying to be around for a long time. I'm surprised.
Well, he was supposed to be Red Skull initially.
Well, that character.
Like he was supposed to pull the face
and
off,
be-
and
yeah.
he was Red. That was kind of the original thing they were kicking around.
Yeah.
Glad they went somewhere else with it though.
Because his character of Alexander Pierce was kind of a blend of this Russian character in the actual Winter Soldier comic.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like what happens is Red Skull gets killed while holding a damaged cosmic. I think it's a damaged cosmic cube. He gets sniped by the Winter Soldier. Spoilers, and he's like talking crap to this Russian dude, and they're kind of rivals. Yeah. So, like, while he's dying, he, like, whatever was left in the cosmic cube, he uses essence, and they're sharing the same body.
Oh.
And it's such a great thing because, like, he keeps, like, putting on, like, a Red Skull mask.
Oh, just
like, they're fighting for control of the body.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a really cool, and it sticks around for a long time in the Captain America comics. At least 30 issues, I'd say. At least.
That's awesome, man.
So it was a really cool thing, and Sin's a big part of it. Crossbone's a big part of it. So there's things to be done, and I think we all want the Red Skull back in some fashion. Yeah, and it would be nice to see. I would be down to see Winter Soldier and this Captain America fight Red Skull.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's get what's his face? Zola. Our name's Zola. Yeah. Like, let's put the band together with what we have. You just have Sin getting the right parts.
Yeah.
Getting some magic to bring back her dad.
I'm down with that.
Could be very interesting.
I'm so down with that.
A kind of side thing that we missed last week because I didn't know that it was true, but it's been corroborated on a few different sites, and it just bodes well for the future. Alfred Molina, I don't know if he just like let slip. It sounded like he just like was casually talking in an interview and was talking about Spider-Man No Way Home out of hand, if I'm going to be honest. And he was saying how it's great and strange to reprise this role after 17 years, and all but confirmed that he's in the new Spider-Man movie.
No Way Home. Yeah.
Which all of this stuff had been conjecture and rumor. Nobody has confirmed anything verbally about the Tobey Maguire, the
Jamie Foxx.
Nothing has been confirmed by Marvel Studios, but we do have a verbal confirmation from the guy who's playing Doc Ock. He did say something to the effect that he says that the tentacles are doing most of the work. So, I mean, there's a chance where we're just like seeing our Peter Parker, Tom not Hiddleston, Holland, thank you, just like swinging through the multiverse, and we just see glimpses of these people. There is a world in which we see that. That is just all a big tease.
That's all. Yeah, exactly. Just a quick thing, and
but it's while it's fun, it is kind of a bummer to get it spoiled. It's like,
but we all kind of knew.
We knew, but like it is still. It's still nice to wonder. It's April.
Sure. Yeah.
We got till December. It'd be nice to so it's like it bums me out a tad.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Yeah, I think it's it's unfortunate. But
Alfred
I'm excited. Me too. But I think Alfred announcing him being in the new Spider-Man, I think that all but confirms Tobey,
everybody else is
going to be in this in some fashion. So we can kind of speculate on what No Way Home is going to be about. I mean, I think you're right. I think it's going to take a page from Sony's book and do a lot of the Into the Spider-Verse thing.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. I think that's where we're going to get to eventually. I don't know if we're gonna. I mean. The best way that you throw us off is if you introduce a Miles Morales without us knowing. Right. Like all of this other stuff is smoke and mirrors. Check out Alfred Molina and his arms over here. Here is a young Miles Morales.
Yes.
That would be cool. Now,
because maybe it's like that thing where Peter's putting a spider. He's like he steps in the way and he's wearing a Spider-Man mask. Yeah. And then Peter saves him. Because wasn't that the thing? Wasn't Peter the kid in the Iron Man mask?
Somebody said that. Yeah, it might have even been Kevin Feige. Just like I'll just say it.
Yeah, why don't we just say that?
But I don't know. They did an animated. I think it was Spider-Man Unlimited or Ultimate Spider-Man. They did do an animated thing where Peter and Miles are in the same age group.
Okay.
But I really did like the idea of the mentor, Peter Parker, the older Peter Parker, and the younger
bestowing
Miles
his wisdom onto to the new guard.
But there is precedent in the multiverse with the cartoon, because every iteration of what happens in comics is its own kind of world. So even when you see like the really kiddie versions of the superhero things that come on the Disney Channel, like between, like, it's not quite a commercial.
It's like a bumper.
Yeah, a bumper. Thank you. Yeah, it's a 45-second.
Yeah. That's its own pocket.
Yes. Yeah, that's its own universe as well. Like, it all exists. That whole meme with the Spider-Man pointing at each other, like that old cartoon, that's its own universe. Like, those things all exist in the Marvel universe. It's just Earth 6 whatever, Earth 10 what, you know, it's just a bunch of
What is
things.
our Earth designation?
So the main Earth designation in Marvel Comics is 616.
Right. But do they have a designation for
I'm sure
our universe?
I'm sure they do. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Kids,
Because there's no rhyme or reason to it either. Like they had this comic book Exiles, which was awesome, where they would go to alternate Earths all the time. But it's just like, oh, on this Earth it's this, and then they just give it a number.
Oh, just
they just like, so you could always just constantly have all of these multiverses. So
I like it. Just remind me of the Futurama one where they have the two universes.
Yeah.
And Fry's like, well, this one does kind of feel like a B universe.
I'm like, all right, you guys can be Universe 1, we'll be Universe A. You guys can be Universe A, we'll be Universe 1. The Prime Universe. But kids, that's our show. If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you think below. What did you think of Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Did you like the show? Did you feel like it was rushed? Did you feel the editing was really choppy? I definitely, in the first 3 episodes, it didn't bother me. The last 3 episodes, the editing was really getting distracting.
It was so bad.
It was really getting distracting, and I'm not the only person to say that. So hopefully they get that figured out for Captain America 4, because I don't want to watch a movie like that. I can tell you that much.
No.
Eric, do you have any final thoughts for us today? Yeah, word up to Zemo. I'm excited to see more about what you're going to do. He even does this in the extended one.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you haven't seen the extended Zemo cut, go check it out. All right, kids? Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening. I have been your host, Roman Chavez.
I'm Eric Icarus.
Dancing Zemo. We'll catch you on the next podcast.